Hello, everybody. Andrew Gallinger back with you on the call of Western Wyoming basketball for the 2021-2022 season. This game is game one of our Western Wyoming Invitational for the men's side. This time it's Western Wyoming men's basketball playing host to the College of Southern Nevada from Rushmore Gymnasium on the campus of Western Wyoming Community College. Let's first take a look at the starters and then we'll get you some information for both teams. Here's Western Wyoming Community College Athletic Director Lou Sweet with the starters for both Western Wyoming and the College of Southern Nevada.
First for the Coyotes, number 5, Dominique Ford. Number 10, Kendrick Gilbert. Number 3, Amari James. 00, Darren Jones. And number 11, Terrence Henry. Coyotes coached by Russ Beck and his assistant
Dominique Ford,
Howard
Kendrick Gilbert, Amari James, Darren Jones, and Terrence
And now for the
Margini,
Mustangs.
your starters for
Let's start out
College
with
of
number 1,
Southern
Zarian
Nevada.
Stevens. And number 2, Marcus Collins.
For the
Number
Mustangs,
8,
Azarian Stevens, Marcus Collins,
number 12,
Dane
Andre
Prim,
Cruz.
Andre
25,
Cruz,
Trevor Trost.
and Trevor Trost
Your Mustangs
are the
coached by
starters
Steven Souza,
for the
assisted by
Mustangs.
Cameron Pierce. The student assistants are Braxton Patterson and Elijah Archuleta.
The College of Southern Nevada is coached by Russ Beck. Western Wyoming coached by Steven Souza. Mustangs come into this game with an undefeated record, 7-0 on the young season. The College of Southern Nevada comes in at an even record of 3-3, and that includes a loss to open the year for Southern Nevada against these Mustangs on the road in the Henderson, Nevada tournament, 85-71. Mustangs trying to improve to 8-0 on the year as Mustangs get the opening tip, moving right to left on your radio dial in their home white red numbers. And the long ball is up from the left side and good for Marcus Collins. Mustangs up 3-0 early. Southern Nevada going for a layup. That doesn't go, rolls around, picked up by the Mustangs. Southern Nevada in their road blue yellow numbers. As a long 2 left side put up Azarian Stevens for the Mustangs, nothing there. Coyotes driving for 2, the layup, and that's a foul. Foul called on sophomore Dane Prim of the Mustangs, his first. At the free throw line, Darren Jones for the Coyotes. Jones' first free throw. Up and good, and that makes it a 3-point play, and we are quickly even at 3. And the ball quickly knocked out of bounds. Marcus Collins, that time against Amari James. Possession stays with the Mustangs just over 1 minute in to the first half of this contest. In the near corner, able to get it out to Dane Prim. Deciding to try and drive, does, but has it stolen away. Taken that time length to the floor by Dominique Ford, the freshman, then picked up quickly by Zion Ruckard for Western Wyoming. And we've got a whistle. Foul that time called on Dominique Ford, his first for Nevada. Mustangs passing it around. Trevor Trost with it in the paint, kicks it out to Collins. Collins back out to Andre Cruz. Cruz with it. With the fadeaway off of his right foot and her right hand. Nothing there for the hometown kid. Offensive rebound picked up Collins. Collins now to Trost. Trost to Prim, the sophomore, one of the leaders on this team. Prim can't get it to fall. Still even at 3. 2 minutes into this contest. Long 3 ball. Far corner at 90 degrees. And the Coyotes take the lead. 6-3. At the other end, Azarian Stevens loses the handle on the dribble as he is battling against Terrence Margini. And it is out of bounds, possession to Nevada. College of Southern Nevada trying to avenge that loss to open their season against these Mustangs on the road in a neutral site Henderson, Nevada tournament back on November 4th. As we have an offensive foul. That foul called on Darren Jones, his first possession back to Western Wyoming. Western Wyoming working it around the perimeter. And with the long 3 left side, Stevens. That one bounces around and out of bounds. That was touched by a Nevada defender. Possession stays with the Mustangs. 10 seconds on the shot clock as it is passed out, stolen away by Nevada. That was picked up that time by Dayton Harris. Harris and Dominique Ford, as we've got a pass attempt knocked out of bounds. Kendrick Gilbert unable to come away with the pass attempt to reel it in, and there was a foul. Dane Prim called for his second. And 3 minutes, 5 seconds in, we've got a handful of players substituted. (6-3). Coyotes on top of the Mustangs in the Western Wyoming Invitational, Game 1 for both of these teams. And layup with the man in his face. It is Isaiah James. Make the score 8-3 for Nevada. Mustangs trying to go for a long 2. Nothing there, and as Nevada has it, we have a whistle called for traveling Dayton Harris. Excuse me, that was Nick Atancio on the call, and it was another offensive foul, but it was not traveling. And long ball is up, and the ball gets stuck in between the rim and the backboard. Off the Mustang shot, it was Charlie Harris Jr. No bucket. Possession to Nevada. And Trevor Trost just swipes one out of the air. Right side beyond the arc. Takes it away as Jones and Tucker Peterson were working on a pass attempt. Layup up and good. Justice Reese for the Mustangs. 8-5 the score. 15:40 to go here in the first half. And we had an offensive foul. Charging Kendrick Gilbert. Called for that one. Mustangs on the perimeter. Far side looking for room. Now back to near side, still on the perimeter. Deciding to drive in for a layup. Gets it up. Stevens for the Mustangs. But we've got a whistle. Let's see who the foul is on. Darren Jones of Southern Nevada. His second. Team's fourth foul. And that is going to put Stevens at the line. First set of free throws for the Mustangs. And that free throw is good. Eight, 6. Stevens with the second one. That one falls. So it's 8-7. The lead now for Nevada. And we now have a media timeout. With 15:14 to go here in the first half. In the season opening home matchup for Western Wyoming men's basketball, playing in their host tournament, the Western Wyoming Invitational. Yeah, we want to give credit to the College of Southern Nevada. Looking at their rosters, majority of Southern Nevada, their players, all but 4 of them, come from Las Vegas. So that's a very interesting, being able to recruit so heavily in their home state. As whereas for Western Wyoming, they have 4 of their 14 players that come from here in Rock Springs, Wyoming, where the campus is located in Sweetwater County. So interesting to think about in terms of recruiting is College of Southern Nevada has it, and we've got a whistle. That's a foul called on Western Wyoming and Marcus Collins. That's Collins' first foul. Third team. Nevada on the perimeter. John Jenkins driving, has it poked out of the air, taken the other way. Alan Martinez. Now it's back to Collins. Collins back into Martinez. Back out on the perimeter. It is Prim. Prim driving for the layup. That's good. Western Wyoming back in front. 14 minutes to play here in the first half. And we've got a pass attempt. Brian Lang to Darren Jones. Knocked out of bounds. Possession will stay with Nevada. Off the inbounds ball. 9-8. Western Wyoming on top. Blocked! Darren Jones as Dane Prim block his layup. Takes it the other way for the layup of his own. That is Marcus Collins with the points. 11-8, and we now have Nevada and head coach Russ Beck calling a timeout.
Look, have mercy on me, have mercy on my soul. Don't let my heart turn cold. Have mercy on me, have mercy on my soul.
An action-packed early start for both the Mustangs and the Coyotes. Just over 6 minutes into this one. Both teams come back out on the floor out of timeout. 11-8. 13:41 to go here in the first half. Looking for room, just setting up the offense. Dominique Ford, he decides to drive. Ford passes it out to Jenkins. Jenkins layup left side. No good with layup on his opposite hand. Mustangs back with it. Marcus Collins stepping back, setting up the offense. Moves to the far right side of the floor. Pass left side, quick three. That is up and good. A local kid, Andre Cruz. (14-8). Mustangs on top. And double team, there's a battle for it. Loose ball and out of bounds. Possession to Mustangs as it goes out of bounds on the far side of the floor in front of the student section here at Rushmore Gymnasium on the Western Wyoming campus. Mustangs running it around, deciding to find room. That is Charlie Harris Jr. and as he does underneath the bucket, has it taken away. And quickly at the other end, long fade away, nothing there. Quickly at the other end, these guys are not slowing down. Marcus Collins with it, puts up a long two. That one rolls around and out. Still no bucket, so that's 3 possessions. No bucket. Going for the layup, Dayton Harris. Foul called on Mustangs, Marcus Collins. That's Collins' second. Team 4th foul. Nevada, Terrence, Margini with it. Now passing it around into the paint. Quick layup and the foul. And we've got Brian Lang at the line. Foul called on DeAndre Pierce. Pierce's first. Lang, his first free throw is good. Lang readies for his second free throw, and that one also falls. So it's 14-10. Mustangs still on top, however, over the Coyotes. Just over 11 minutes to play here in the first half. Mustangs passing it around along the perimeter. Long three, but it's blocked. Zion Ruckert had it blocked against Dominique Ford and out of bounds. Last touch by Ford. So Western Wyoming will retain possession with 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and as they pass it, it is quickly stolen away by John Jenkins. Jenkins takes it the length of the floor for the layup for Nevada. Nothing there that time. Mustangs long three. Too much in and out. DeAndre Pierce from straight behind the bucket beyond the arc. Trying to save the ball from going out of bounds. Can't do it off of that missed three-pointer. Possession to Nevada. Nevada on the inbound. Passing it around, just getting it across the timeline. Now Nevada is stuck in a double team, trying to break away from it. And we've got a whistle on the layup attempt. Underneath the bucket, foul called on Lane Mitchelson, the freshman, his first. At the line, Dominique Ford. His first free throw is good. Ford, the freshman, gets the second one to fall. And Mustangs nearly lose the handle on the inbound. On the pass attempt, able to recover though. Charlie Harris Jr. Quick handoff. Nothing there. Alan Martinez. And it is taken away. Ford on the takeaway. Now driving into the lane. But at the other end, Mustangs respond with a takeaway of their own. Mustangs can't get one to fall as Nevada gets one to go at the other end quickly. 14-12, and we've got a timeout. Now it's a full timeout. That last layup up and good by Isaiah James. Twelve of the 16 players for Southern Nevada come out of a school in Las Vegas. Whatever they're doing in Vegas is strong, because these guys at Southern Nevada are playing these Mustangs hard, and these Mustangs are used to having an extremely tough matchup at home. Last 3 seasons for Western Wyoming under head coach Steven Sosa, they have been strongly in the running for the top 1 or 2 seeds in the season-ending Region 9 tournament. I know this is only the first game at home of the season, but the Mustangs are looking strong, and the fact that Southern Nevada is playing such a dominant game against an always dominant Mustang team speaks to the type of play that the Coyotes of Southern Nevada have, as Nevada goes quickly to the hoop for the layup, and that's a whistle. Nothing there for Larry Holmes, out of bounds. Offensive foul called on Tucker Peterson. That's Peterson's first, as the Mustangs are back with it. Driving for the layup. Nothing there, Zion Ruckert. Picking up the second chance. Shot and out of bounds. DeAndre Pierce. Pierce called for the offensive foul, and that now puts Nevada at the free throw line for a technical foul. First shot is good. Second one also good. College of Central Nevada now in the bonus for the remainder of this first half, as we are now all even at 14. Must have been some jarring on that technical that led to that. Sorry, I didn't recognize that at first. Calling this game off video monitor, you missed some of those little things. So I thought it was a regular foul at first, but no, apparently it was a technical according to the sign that I could see in the video feed of one of the referees, as the shot attempt by the Mustangs rolled around and nothing, and then air ball by Nevada, nothing. So each team after that technical missing a possession. But off the air ball for College of Southern Nevada, it is Western Wyoming ball with 8.5 left to play here in the first half. Driving to the hoop, and we've got a whistle out of bounds. Let's see if they call foul as well. Yes, they do. Foul called on Tucker Peterson of the Coyotes, his first. And that was a long free throw. Too strong, no good. Western Wyoming. Second free throw does fall that time. DeAndre Pierce able to break the 14-all stalemate, at least for a minute. At the other end, Nevada loses the handle. Kendrick Gilbert taking it the other way. Dang, Prim. And he's able to get the layup to fall with a hand in his face. Had Darren Jones right in front of him. There was contact, but no foul. Ball went out of bounds, so we have a stoppage. 18-14, Western Wyoming in front. 7:55 left to play here in the first half. Long three, Dominic Ford. in and out off of the right wing. Long three, center of the court, just behind the three-point line. Dane Prim. That one doesn't go at the other end. Layup is good from underneath the bucket. Darren Jones make it 18-16. Home team of the Mustangs still barely on top, 18-16. 7-10 left to play here in the first half. Long three, 15 feet out. No good for the Mustangs. That one was Alan Martinez. At the other end, Isaiah James not able to get a three to fall to take the lead. And with 6:47 to go first half, we've got a whistle as Mustangs have possession. And that is a technical foul on the Nevada bench. As the first technical by Trevor Trost, no good. Once again, being that it's by video, we didn't have clear audio. Just looked like a bit of overzealous cheering and getting on to things by the Nevada bench. As the second technical by Trost was good for the Mustangs. So make it now 19-16. Mustangs will maintain possession, so the chance to increase this lead by even more. Driving quickly to the hoop. Dane Prim, and that one is able to fall. 21-16. Mustangs on top by 5. Just past 6.5 remaining here in the first half. Long three left side. Larry Holmes. Nothing there. Mustangs passing it around the perimeter. 6 minutes to go first half. Collins to Prim. Prim long two. Center of the bucket. Nothing there. Now going for a long three after passing it around. Amari James can't get it to fall. At the other end, we've got a whistle. Offensive foul. Western Wyoming. Zion Ruckert. Traveling possession back to Nevada. Still 21-16. Western Wyoming in front, just past 5.5 left to play here in the first half. Brian Lang having to put up a long three, and that falls just as the buzzer sounds for the shot clock. And the officials say it's going to be a 2. Mustangs have it stolen away as Lang puts up another fadeaway 2 from the left side of the paint. 1 point game, 21-20. Western Wyoming on top still with possession. Driving to the hoop, losing the handle, but able to track it down after racing across the floor is Dane Prim. Mustangs passing it around with 7 seconds left to shoot. Dane Prim, long three, rolls around and out. Nevada passing along the perimeter. 4 minutes to go to the intermission. Long three! In the corner, 90 degrees in front of the Mustang bench. And Southern Nevada is back up by one. Layup attempt, nothing there, Alan Martinez. Still 22-21 Nevada. Layup attempt, nothing there, Darren Jones underneath the bucket. Mustangs, can they get back in front? With authority, Zion Ruckert with the smash. The dunk that says, not so fast. And as the Mustangs take back the lead, we've got a timeout. Timeout taken by Nevada. (23-22). Mustangs out front. Both sides are continuing the back and forth game of chicken almost is what I describe this as. When one team misses a shot, the other team does. Next team make it, the other team makes it the next offensive possession, it seems. So it strikes me that this could be a game that comes down to the wire. Even in this first half, not just at the end of the game. Both teams out of timeout. Nevada ready for it. Nick Watterson one of the many Nevada freshmen on this team. Taking it slow, passing it on the perimeter. As we just passed 3 minutes to go. Fade away up and nothing there. Darren Jones. Mustangs with the chance to expand their lead. Layup, Trevor Trost. Hand in his face, it was Kendrick Gilbert. Nothing there at the other end. We've got a whistle as Brian Lang has it. Lang to the line to shoot 2. Foul called on DeAndre Pierce. That's Pierce's third. As Lang, his first free throw is up and good. 23 all the score. 2:41 to go, first half between Western Wyoming Community College men's basketball and College of Southern Nevada. And Southern Nevada takes the lead as the second free throw is good. 24-23. Trevor Trost with it, passing it around and has it stolen away in the paint. So Nevada trying to extend their lead. Brian Lang with it, near side. Continuing to pass it around. Layup rolls around in and out. Dominique Ford in the post. Nothing there, and we've got a whistle. Foul called on Lang at the other end. Lang's first for Southern Nevada. At the free throw line, Marcus Collins, first free throw. No good. As the second, no good. Nevada back with it, passing it around, looking for a long three. Deciding better of it is Amari James. And stolen away, taken out of the air, DeAndre Pierce. And just like that, Darren Jones takes it right back. Looking for an opening, has one if he wants it. Larry Holmes driving to the hoop. Holmes is fouled. Western Wyoming foul. Mustangs Trevor Trost, his first. Ford at the free throw line. First one too strong. And sorry folks, I actually misread that number. I saw the 5 but missed the 2. It's actually Tucker Peterson. Peterson gets the second free throw of the fall. Once again, apologies folks. One of the difficulties of calling games via video feed. Potentially at times miss these numbers, so it's 25-23. 1:10 left to go to halftime. Nevada on top, going for the layup with the second chance. Finger roll. Trevor Trost with 1 minute to go. We are all even at 25. Both teams in the bonus. Nevada back with it. After a tight scrum. Going for a layup. Rolling around. Nothing there for Dayton Harris. And we got a hard hit on a pass attempt from Ruckert to Azarian Stevens. Stevens has to jump to get the ball. And we have contact made. Contact between Stevens and Terrence Margini. Stevens at the free throw line. That was Margini's second foul with 37 seconds left in the first half. Stevens getting his bearings after getting knocked to the floor, ready for the free throw attempt. Trying to break this tie. That one rolls out. At the other end as he races up the floor, we've got a whistle. Brian Lang, foul called against Lane Mitchelson. That's Mitchelson's second. Brian Lang at the free throw line with 31 seconds left here in the first half. First free throw too strong. Bounces around and out. $25 all still. 31 seconds to go, first half. Second free throw also up and no good. One-tenth of a second, the difference between the game clock and shot clock. Mustangs can essentially hold it for the final shot. They have it, but it's taken away by Nevada, and as it is, there is a whistle. Let's see what the referees call. There's 12 seconds left here in the first half. Foul. This foul called on Dayton Harris. His first reach in on that pass attempt. 12 seconds left. Trevor Trost at the charity stripe for the Mustangs, trying to break this 25-all tie. Referee passes the ball to Trost. Trost readies, gets a couple dribbles in, puts it up. First one falls. 26-25, Western Wyoming breaks the stalemate. 12 seconds left in the first half, and still one more free throw to come by Trevor Trost. Second free throw is up, and that one also falls. Nevada looks content to hold it for the final shot. Having to pass it around. Mustangs not giving him any room, though. Long three. Bounces around. Nothing there. Dominique Ford. So at the half, Western Wyoming Mustangs lead it against the College of Southern Nevada at home in the opening game for these two teams of the Western Wyoming Invitational. Western Wyoming leads it 27-25 on their home court for their first home game. We'll be back, folks, at the conclusion of halftime. Stay with us. This is Andrew Gallinger. You are watching Western Wyoming Athletics. At the half, Mustang men's basketball leads College of Southern Nevada 27-25. We'll be back for half number 2 in just a little bit. And welcome back, everybody. It is just about time for the start of the second half between Western Wyoming Mustangs men's basketball hosting the College of Southern Nevada Coyotes. In Game 1 for both of these teams of the Western Wyoming Invitational at Western Wyoming Community College, hosted by these Mustangs that are currently in front, 27-25. This game has been back and forth all night for the first 20 minutes. Let's see what the second 20 minutes bring as Western Wyoming opens the second half, moving left to right on your radio dial in their home white, red numbers. Nevada in their road blue, yellow numbers. Mustangs passing it around the perimeter. Quick jump into the paint. Layup and foul. Let's see who the officials call a penalty on. Layup is good. Foul called on Terrence Margini, his third foul. Dane Prim, free throw good for Western Wyoming, making that a three-point play. 30-25 the lead for the Mustangs. Coyotes looking for room in the paint. Layup. Backwards fade away as he's fallen. That's good. Kendrick Gilbert. Mustangs back across on their side of the floor. Trevor Trost, quick handoff. Mustangs continuing to pass it around. Trevor Trost back with it. Far left side. 3 in the corner. Nothing there. Azarian Stevens up against defender Larry Holmes. Amari James now with it. James driving. Backing it out. Holmes steps up into the post, decides to drive, and there's a whistle. Guilty party is Arian Stevens for the Mustangs, his first foul. First team as the free throw is good for Nevada. Nevada's Brian Lang sinks both free throws. Excuse me, that was Dominique Ford at the free throw line. Quickly pushing it back up into the lane. Fade away, that is in and good. Zion Ruckert make the score now 32-29. Mustangs on top. Tucker Peterson with it for Southern Nevada. Peterson, quick handoff, layup uncontested, in and rolls around. Ultimately bounces out. Isaiah James, still 32-29 at the other end. Mustangs passing it around along the perimeter. 3 up and good. That one is DeAndre Pierce. A 2-possession, 6-point lead now for the Mustangs. 35-29. Peterson, long ball. That doesn't go. Rebound, Pierce. Pierce decides to pass it out to Stevens. Stevens driving to the hoop. Quick handoff to Prim. Prim, nothing there. Prim handing off to Trost. Trost trying to pass to Collins. Collins stolen away. Taken the other direction. Passed around by Nevada. Layup in the paint. Nothing there. Picked up. Western Wyoming taken all the way to the hoop. And a whistle and foul. That is going to be a traveling call. Traveling on Western Wyoming, Marcus Collins. Possession turned over to Nevada. Nevada bringing it up slowly. Looking like they want to slow down the pace. Looking for room, driving, pushing. Ball rolls out. Left side of the rim now at the other end. Initiating the contact. Let's see what the officials say. That was Azarian Stevens with possession of the ball when contact was made. Foul called on Dominique Ford for the College of Southern Nevada. That's Ford's second penalty. Mustangs with it on the inbound against the double team. And we got a whistle again. That is Dane Prim with the ball when the foul came up. Kendrick Gilbert that time called for the defensive penalty. Prim, first free throw good for the Mustangs. Make it now a 7-point lead. 16-17 left to play here in tonight's contest. Dane Prim, 2 for 2. An 8-point lead for the Mustangs. Nearly 4 minutes in to this second half. Southern Nevada looking. In the corner, 90-degree three, Tucker Peterson. Hits left side of the rim, nothing there. Going for a quick layup off an assist. Dane Prim gets the assist from Azarian Stevens just behind the bucket in the paint. And with 15:42 to go here in half number 2, we've got a whistle. Media timeout. A 10-point lead for the Western Wyoming Mustangs, 39-29. And even though they're at home, and this is their host tournament, the Western Wyoming Invitational, and you've got 3 things going for the Mustangs. That this is them having sophomore leadership leading this team. That isn't a guarantee that most of these freshmen aren't going to be able to step up and help. This is a lot of these freshmen looking down the list. We've got 10 of the 15 players are freshmen on this Mustang roster. So we'll see as it gets down to crunch time. Can these freshmen step up and keep the win in hand for these Mustangs? So far they have, but there's still a lot of time left. Nevada with it out of the timeout. Now into the paint. Spin move. Driving contact. That's Jaylani Blair. Waiting to see who the foul is on. It is on the Mustangs, and they're saying it is Trevor Trost. That is his second foul, 3rd team foul. First free throw is good. Jaylani Blair for Southern Nevada sinks them both. And quickly stolen away. And an authoritative dunk. That one put in. Tucker Peterson. Immediately stolen on the far baseline. Closest to the bucket. And with authority, it is back to a 2-possession game. And the foul. Dane Prim called for the Western Wyoming foul. His 3rd. Peterson at the free throw line to make it a 3-point play, and he does. Prim with the ball, nearly called for the foul. Gets away with a bit of a charge there. Hands it off quickly to Azarian Stevens. Now to Marcus Collins. Collins driving right side. Now passed out to Trost. Trost going for a pass. Tries to get it to Prim. Prim loses his balance. Steps out of bounds. Possession to Southern Nevada. 5 minutes gone by. Here in the second and final period. 39-34. Hometown Western Wyoming Community College Mustangs on top. Mustangs in man-to-man defense. Nevada driving. Contact going to the floor. That one is Jaylani Blair with the bucket. And DeAndre Pierce able to get it out of the inbound. Now it's Trevor Trost. Driving, DeAndre Pierce. Layup, that's good. From the left side of the bucket. And we now have a timeout taken. This timeout taken by Coach Sosa and Western Wyoming Community College. This one, a 30-second timeout. Want to remind you guys, Game 2 of the Western Wyoming Invitational for both the Western Wyoming men's and women's teams are hosting the Eagles of Utah State University Eastern. You can catch those games posted both directly to my YouTube channel, Andrew Gallinger, or if you go to my Twitter profile, and you can find me at Gallinger Andrew on Twitter, and you can find games there. You can find all Western Wyoming basketball games for the 2021 home portion of the 2021-2022 season, as well as my primary role as Rock Springs High School broadcaster for the 2021-2022 season and academic year. So be sure to stay tuned to my social media so you don't miss any of the action from different levels of Wyoming athletics throughout the next year. Back to the action. Southern Nevada with it. Looking for room. Passing it around the perimeter. No room to shoot. Has to get it off quickly. Just before the shot clock gets a 3 off. That is Kendrick Gilbert. And at the other end, we got a whistle. And that is going to be offensive foul. DeAndre Pierce, his 4th. Mustangs needing to be careful. They are just a couple away from being stuck in the bonus with more than half this game still to play. 13-20 left to go here in the second period as a layup is up and good, and we are back even. That layup put up by Kendrick Gilbert from the left side, and we've got a traveling call. Mustangs. Zarian Stevens. Nevada back with it. Seeing if they can break this tie. Brian Lang with it. Kicks it out for a 3 from the far side. That is up and good. Amari James for a 3 from the arc. 44-41. Southern Nevada on top. Driving to the paint. Contact. Rolls around and good. Marcus Collins. Now a 1-point lead for Nevada. 44-43. 12-20 left. Nevada fadeaway against 2 defenders. Zion Ruckert and Dane Prim able to get it through their outstretched arms. Darren Jones. Nevada up by 3. 46-43 is at the other end. Andre Cruz unable to get his own 3 to fall. College of Southern Nevada looking for room and losing the handle on that one. Isaiah James out of bounds. And we now have a whistle. Handful of substitutions. 11:40 to go here in the second period. 46-43. Southern Nevada leading. Long two. Rims out. That time for Marcus Collins from the left side of the bucket. And we've got a long three. Only caught air on that one was Dominique Ford. Out of bounds, ball back to Western Wyoming. Off the dead ball, out of bounds play. Dane Prim, now Charlie Harris Jr. driving. Goes up to the hoop, rolls around. Harris can't get it to fall. Nevada now. Just beyond 9 minutes gone by. They're in the second period. Nevada is still passing it around. Deciding to drive. Trying to get it up. Against defenders. Underneath the bucket, and that one falls. 48-43. 10.5 to play, second quarter. Nevada leads. And we got a whistle. Too many steps, Western Wyoming. Trevor Trost. Southern Nevada with it off the traveling call. 10.5 left. 48-43, still the numbers on the board. Nevada trying to extend that as it's knocked out of bounds in the far corner on the Southern Nevada side. Visitors maintain possession. Nevada with the far side now deciding to drive. Kicks it out. Repeated passing. And it is stolen away that time. Andre Cruz. And as Andre Cruz jumps into a fast break, we've got a whistle. Foul called. Dominique Ford. That's Ford's third foul. Fourth team foul. Halfway through the second period, 10 minutes gone by, 10 minutes left. Mustangs searching. Chase Hedinger with it. First time we've called his name all night. Layup, quick pass, rebound. But we've got a whistle. Let's see who they call it on. Terrence Margini, his fourth for Nevada. And we have a timeout taken by Coach Russ Beck of Nevada. Still 48-43. Nevada leading this one with 9:42 left to play. Mustangs needing to crawl back into this one if they want to be able to keep up their undefeated streak. They sit at 7-0 coming in to this one, while Nevada is at a 3-3 record on the young season. As both teams ready to come out of the timeout. And with a substitution, it's going to be Trevor Trost shooting the free throws out of the break for Western Wyoming. That one rolls around and off the left side. No good for Trevor Trost and Western Wyoming. So either way, this game will remain a two-possession one with 9:42 to go. Trost too strong on the second one. Unable to capitalize from the charity stripe. Southern Nevada, caught along the perimeter, can't find room, puts up a prayer. Nothing there. Taking it the other way is Trevor Trost. Nick Atancio up against Chase Hedinger. Back to Trost. Trost lays it up and in for the Mustangs. And make it now a three-point game. 48-45. And it is stolen away. Trevor Trost takes it away from Amari James at the other end. Mustangs get caught up in a foul. Amari James called his first. Charlie Harris Jr. at the free throw line for the Mustangs. First free throw, no good. Score still sits at 48-45. Southern Nevada still at the slight edge. 8:34 left to go in this one. Harris' second free throw falls. Nevada brings it across the near side. Nice and stoic, not in a huge rush. Trevor Trost up against Tucker Peterson. Peterson with the spin move, able to get it to fall. Makes the score 50-46. Nevada currently in control. Loose ball taken away that time. Nick Atancio takes it. Quick handoff. That time Peterson goes for a layup. That time doesn't go. At the other end, Ruckard gets it to fall. Nevada on the perimeter, just passing it around. Driving, and that looked like a charging call. But no, they say it is on Western Wyoming, Chase Hedinger. A defensive call. And now the Mustangs are in the bonus. Free throw up and no good from Brian Lang. Still 50-48. Let's see if the Mustangs can either tie it or take the lead here as we creep up on 7 minutes to go. Trevor Trost in the post, spin move, left-handed, gets it up, and with 7 minutes to go, we are all even at 50. Nevada slowing it down. Brian Lang. Lang looking, driving. In and out. Nothing there. As he drives from the right of the hoop for the layup. Now it's the Mustangs on their side of the floor. Mustangs moving left to right on your radio dial. Going up is Marcus Collins. Left to the bucket. Nothing there. And we now got a whistle back on the Nevada side. Charlie Harris called for the reach-in foul. Southern Nevada now in the bonus. We're all even at 50. 6:15 to go here in the second half. Tucker Peterson at the line. First free throw is good for Peterson and the Coyotes of College of Southern Nevada. Can Peterson go 2 for 2? No, hits the front of the rim. Bounces out, but going 1 for 2 gives Nevada the lead. Wyoming uncontested. 3 in the corner in front of the Western bench. Nothing there, only air on that shot. Taking it the length of the floor. For a layup. Kendrick Gilbert. Gilbert gets his own rebound. That's good for 2. Pushes the Nevada lead to 3 over Western Wyoming. 53-50. Wyoming starting to be slow and methodical. Now having to start driving. Loses the handle. Has it taken away. Defensive player for Nevada dives on the floor. And we've got a jump ball situation. And that was Kendrick Gilbert that dove on the floor after the ball. Jump ball, possession to Nevada. Nevada with it across the timing line near side. Now deciding to drive. Knocked away. Kendrick Gilbert. Denied by Zion Ruckert. .505 left to play. 53-50. Southern Nevada on top. Driving in the paint, and we got a foul. It was Kendrick Gilbert. And Gilbert actually went up and over the backboard, so the officials say ball went out of bounds as we are just beyond 5 minutes left in tonight's contest. College of Southern Nevada up by 1 possession, 53-50. Mustangs passing it around, starting to do that wildly on the perimeter. Now driving into the paint. Nothing there, and we've got offensive player knocked to the floor. That was Azarian Stevens for the Mustangs. Ball out of bounds though. No foul. Possession to Southern Nevada. Nevada working it around the perimeter. Now deciding to drive into the paint. Pass, layup, contact. That's Tucker Peterson that goes down trying to make the layup. That's the 9th team foul on the Mustangs. Contact with Deontay Pierce. That's Pierce's 5th foul. And he is fouled out for the final 4:11 of this one. And we see players and actually I don't know what they're doing right this second. Yeah, the officials huddle up. They moved players back to their respective benches. Nevada in the bonus, so it seems like, oh, it's going to be a technical foul. It was a technical on Dame Prim as the first technical free throw is up, and we've got a whistle, and the referee's speaking with the players again. What a strange turn of events as they now show Nevada in the double bonus over Western Wyoming. $53-50. $4:11 left to play in this one as Southern Nevada talks it over. 10 fouls for Western Wyoming compared to the 6 for the College of Southern Nevada. And there we go. Now the scoreboard was changed, so it's actually 54-50. And with at least one more technical free throw. And that technical is up and good by Dominique Ford. Make it 55-50. Now shooting the regular foul free throws against the one that Western Wyoming's Dane Prim caused. That's going to be Tucker Peterson. And the first free throw is up and good. Peterson, he can make this a 4-point play for Nevada, should he make this free throw. And nope, it stays at the 3-pointer, so there's not going to be its own place in the stat book to say a 4-point play was made. We're sticking with the maximum of a 3-pointer we got. This time, just got him in the form of free throws. Western Wyoming back with it, down by 6. Just inside 4 minutes. And Mustangs lose the handle on the basketball, but they're able to get it back. Deciding to still pass it around. Goes for a long ball. 3 left side. That is up and good. Lane Mitchelson. Yeah, with 3.5 to go. It is a one-possession, 3-point game between College of Southern Nevada and Western Wyoming. Nevada going for the layup. Peterson, nothing there. Rebound. That one picked up. Amari James. James deciding to drive back to the hoop. And James called for the charge. We have 3 minutes to go. 56-53. College of Southern Nevada on top. Marcus Collins now out to Dane Prim. Prim back to Collins. Collins right side, slowing down the offense, trying to set something up. Collins to Cruz. Cruz to Prim. Prim driving back out to Cruz. Now to Stevens. And Stevens called for the charge. And Coach Sosa not super happy with his players for the execution on that last offensive series. Mustangs trail by 3, 56-53, and now with 2:31 remaining, we've got a timeout. Timeout taken by Nevada. Coach Russ Beck needing to talk it over with his team, make sure they're on the same page for the final 2.5 minutes of this one. In hearing about the domination that these Western Wyoming men's basketball players have been able to have throughout the course of the early part of this season, coming in here undefeated, and then you've got a team in Southern Nevada right at 500. If you looked at the numbers and sought information on previous games, you'd think that Western Wyoming had this easily. That's not the case. They're getting pushed to the edge, battling tooth and nail against this Idaho team. In the 3+ years I've been calling Western Wyoming games, first for Mustang Radio directly at the college, and now this way on my own, I've seen this men's team be a strong and very resilient team. I don't think I've seen them push to the brink this way and have the resolve of a team that's nowhere near about to give anything up. So it'll be interesting to see for this final 2 minutes, 10 seconds what they're going to be able to do, as we've got a whistle and a foul. Penalty on Tucker Peterson of Nevada. That's his third. Trevor Trost's free throw is up and good. So now make it just a 2-point deficit for these hometown Mustangs. Trost sinks them both. Now it's 1 point then. out of the free throws, we have an immediate timeout. This one's gonna be a full one. Called by Nevada. I gotta say, one of the best complete performances in terms of resiliency that I've seen from this group. The last 3 years, Western Wyoming has been in the hunt come March and April for deeply important postseason honors, both in Region 9 in the conference and nationally in the NJCAA. Seeing what I'm seeing now, even though they're pushed right to the brink with just over 2 minutes to go and down by 1 against a team sitting at 500, I can't help but think that this experience in this contest is going to only help these guys grow that much more moving forward. As we are now inside 2 minutes to go. Spin move, fade away in for Dominique Ford. The 2-pointer. It is a 3-point game with 90 seconds left. Mustangs down by 3, 58-55. Passing it around. Long 3, no good. Andre Cruz from the near side. Nevada slowing it down, just holding the ball, running offense. Dominique Ford, 1 minute left. 58-55. Southern Nevada leading it. And in possession. Putting up a prayer as he gets fouled. Isaiah James. Oh, and they say James stepped out of bounds first. The stepping out on the far side came first. They say so. And we now have a timeout. Timeout taken by Nevada, 30-second timeout. With 45 seconds left to play. Coming out of the timeout, it will be Western Wyoming's ball. There's a lot of time left. Time for very likely a full possession of 30 seconds and then about a half of another one. So it'll be interesting to see what Western Wyoming decides to do. Do they hold on to the ball and take it down to right around 15 seconds left and then bank on defense because they have to get a 3? A 2-pointer does them no good. It's 58-55. 10 seconds gone by. Mustangs with it. Looking for room. Nothing there. Taken the other way. Now we've got a whistle. This is Southern Nevada going the other way. Dominique Ford was fouled by Dane Prim. That's Prim's 5th foul. And Prim is done. for this game. 26 seconds left. "58-55 still the score. Southern Nevada leading on the free throws. Ford at the line. First free throw up and no good. If he makes this one, it's not out of reach for the Mustangs, but it's going to be a lot harder. And we now have another timeout taken, this time won by Western Wyoming. "26 seconds left. The undefeated season, even though it's early on the line here in the season home opener for the Mustangs. Down by 3, 58-55. Nevada in the double bonus. Mustangs just beyond the bonus. Both sides talking it over. It's going to come down likely to this last free throw. If it's made by Ford, he missed his first one. If he gets this second one, it's probably going to take more of a miracle for the Mustangs to get back into it, because it'll be 2 possessions. And it is up. No good. Shot clock is dead. 22 seconds left. Mustangs can go 4. The final shot. Puts it up. The 3, it's good. The 3, it's good. Trevor Trost gets it up. And the Mustangs have tied it up at 58. 17 seconds left to play. And the Mustangs have tied this one up at 58. But as there's a quick timeout, you have to ask yourself, if you're the Mustangs, have they given Nevada too much time? We've seen the way they get this ball around. They are not afraid to sling it and really initiate contact. Free throws have also kind of been a crapshoot for both sides. Overtime is not a certainty. Yeah, there's 17 seconds left, but that's plenty of time. It looks like Nevada will have to go the length of the floor in that 17 seconds. But when you look at what the Mustangs were just able to pull off in 10 seconds, you gotta think Nevada could definitely pull off the same thing in 17 seconds and win this game in regulation. It is going to be a half court inbound. Actually, nope. I'm sorry, the camera was just in an off position, so it is going the length of the floor. That's Dominique Ford. Ford has it on the perimeter against the double team. Gets it out quickly for 3. And that doesn't go. Dominique Ford, the 3. Hits the net, but not any part of the rim. So it's still 58-58. And there's 0.8 of a second on the clock. So now it looks very likely like we are headed to overtime. Not a certainty, because you've seen very, very rare moments the basketball games ending either regulation or at half with full court buzzer beaters not likely, and now the officials go ahead and add an extra second onto the clock based on when the ball hit the net. We'll see how that plays into Western Wyoming and Coach Sosa's play for this last 1.8 seconds. Is there gonna be a miracle play? Or will overtime simply be the goal for this team at home, trying to keep their winning streak alive? On the inbound, DeAndre Pierce puts it up at half court, hits the right side of the backboard. 58-58 at the end of regulation, and we are headed to overtime. A 5-minute overtime period in Game 1 of the Western Wyoming Invitational for both the Western Wyoming Community College Mustangs and the College of Southern Nevada. What a story, folks. To see Nevada show throughout most of this that they were likely, at least in some aspects, definitely not all, but somewhat showed glimpses of being the superior team, and the Mustangs just continued to dig and dig and dig. And now it's coming down to a final 5-minute overtime period. It is Andre Cruz and Darian Jones in the circle for the jump ball to start the overtime period. And getting it is Nevada. 5 minutes. Going for the quick layup. Nothing there. Contact. Gets the rebound. And once again, nothing there. Going for his third shot, Isaiah James gets it up. So 25 seconds in to the overtime period. Southern Nevada up by 2, 60-58. Wyoming able to put up the 3 ball from the right corner just in front of the bench. That one is Trevor Trost. Other end, driving for 2. Nothing there for Larry Holmes in the paint. And taking it the whole way of the court. Chase Hettinger, right side for the Mustangs, going for the layup. And my apologies, folks, my eyes deceived me. That was a 2-point bucket previously for John Jenkins and Nevada. So it is 63-60 with 3.5 left. That time, nothing doing. Dayton Harris at the other end rolls around right side as Arian Stevens for the Mustangs. 65-60. And we have 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the overtime period. Driving layup, nothing there. James for Nevada. Driving and trying. Stevens right side. Underneath the bucket, nothing there. Now at the other end, it's Ruckert. He is against Ford. Ford puts one up. Nothing there that time. Long three. Left arc. Still 65-60. Mustangs slowing it down, and it is stolen away. And we've got a reach-in foul, it looks like, just as it's stolen away. Jelani Blair with the steal, but a quick foul called on Azarian Stevens. Jelani Blair, first free throw, up and good. Blair needing this second one for Nevada to make it a one-possession game. 65-61 right now in the overtime period, as the second one does fall, so make it 65-62. Western Wyoming on top, on their home floor in their home tournament. First home contest of the season. Trevor Trost with it. Now quick pass out. Alan Martinez. Martinez, long three, nothing there. Diving for it. A loose ball, that's Peterson. And Azarian Stevens diving for it out of bounds. Trying to figure out who last touched it. And it is Peterson. It is going to be inbound possession with the Mustangs. And we have the officials talking over the shot clock, it appears. Making sure that that's right as Cruz gets it out. Looking, Stevens gets it out to Cruz. Cruz to Trost. Trost back to Stevens. Trying to chew up clock. Mustangs up by 3. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Cruz going for a layup. Right side. Contact and out of bounds. A penalty not called on that one. Out of bounds, possession to Nevada. Nevada slowly brings it across. 90 seconds left in the OT. 65-62. Nevada with possession. And it's quickly stolen away by Trevor Trost. However, Trost gets it across quickly. Quick handoff. Marcus Collins. Collins tries to put it up. And he is fouled. That foul called on Darren Jones, his third. Collins back at the line for the Mustangs with 1:07 to play, up by 3, 65-62. Collins' first free throw is good. Second free throw, nothing there. Rebound, Jones. Jones layup, loses the handle. Rebound. Second chance assist. Isaiah James. And that finger roll goes in. 66-64 now, as we've got a timeout. Nevada takes this one. The 30-second timeout. Keeping in mind what we saw at the end of regulation with just 17 seconds left. The three by Trevor Trost and the Mustangs. This is going to be a dramatic final 57 seconds, I believe. Nevada was on the other side. Now about 15 minutes ago when it was the 27 seconds to go in regulation. Now it's 57 seconds in overtime, and it's 66-64. This is the time where you see who wants it more. Which one of these teams has that little bit extra fight in them for the next 57.7 seconds to get the job done? After what I've seen tonight, it's 50-50. It really could go either way as the Mustangs inbound. Quickly stolen away by Nevada. And we've got a quick foul. Reach-in foul. That took 4.1 seconds off the clock. That foul was called on Trevor Trost, his fourth. A mishandled inbound, an ultimate possession by Western Wyoming. Now these free throws from Nevada could tie this up again. And the free throw rolls around, bounces, and it's out. Nothing there that time for Jaylani Blair. Mustangs are still going to hold the lead after this free throw no matter what happens. Blair puts it up, and the second free throw doesn't go. The Mustangs get it. Justice Reese. And he quickly hands it off to Stevens. And Stevens is fouled. And we got a little extracurricular activities going on. A few extra whistles. With 47.9 seconds left, it looks like it's going to be a penalty on Southern Nevada. Question is who, and who exactly will be the one to shoot the free throws. There was some what looked to be extracurriculars going on there. That time the penalty called on Terrence Marsney, his fifth, and Marsney has fouled out. Not sure what's going on, as we saw on the video feed. In that timeout, Dane Prim went back into the tunnel towards the Mustangs locker room. Unsure what that'd be about with 47.9 seconds left. Unless he was involved in that skirmish somehow and ejected. with the free throw. First one up and good. Azarian Stevens. That increases the Mustang lead to 3, 67-64. Second one is up and good. So it's 68-64. Nevada needing 2 possessions with points to at minimum tie this game or win it. Nevada with it. In the paint now. Driving. Contact. Charging. Charging the call from Darren Jones against Charlie Harris Jr. That's Darren Jones' 4th foul. Now we're down to 37 seconds to go here in overtime. Mustangs will have it. Andre Cruz to inbound. And we now have the final timeout taken by Southern Nevada. No more opportunities for them to stop the clock and talk it over these final 37.4 seconds. 68-64. Western Wyoming trying to improve to 8-0, undefeated on the young season, while Southern Nevada is trying to break out of the 50-50 slog and improve to 4-3 on the year. What'll happen in the final 37 seconds? Mustangs with it, getting it across the timeline. Loose ball that's quickly taken away. Ford, quick pass. Ford down to Harris. Harris back to Ford. 3, and that's good. It's a 1-point game. 21 seconds left. And Western Wyoming has now taken their final timeout. Final full timeout for the Mustangs. So let's set the scene for you. Western Wyoming, 68. Southern Nevada, 67. 21 seconds left in overtime. No timeouts left on either side. This is going to be the point where it comes down to who wants it more. You leave everything on the floor for these final 21 seconds. We saw it at the end of regulation. At 27 seconds, Western Wyoming inbounded by 17. Trevor Trost had a 3 up in the near corner at the opposite side of the floor. That was good to give Western Wyoming the lead. And that's what led to the overtime. Back and forth even in overtime for both of these teams. And now it's just down to rough elbows rubbing basketball to figure out who wins this one. Oh, and we've got an interesting situation. Wow, as a layup is put up, the clock started while Western Wyoming was still out of bounds, and that's it. A desperation 3 put up Well, I gotta tell you, about 5 seconds ticked off while Western Wyoming was still in the out of bounds line ready to inbound it, but it doesn't look like anything's gonna be done, and no, it isn't. Western Wyoming coming away with this win in Game 1 of their hosting invitational, the Western Wyoming Invitational. 70-67. Western Wyoming men's basketball wins in overtime. What a dramatic contest. Wow. I'm surprised the officials didn't look at those few seconds that came off the clock. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, but nonetheless, doesn't look like it's going to. Fans are leaving.
Anybody who's still left, if you could look around your areas and help us.
All
so we
players
can get the
have
garbage put away.
left
Otherwise, I gotta stay a little longer than I want
the
to.
arena.
Hope to see you tomorrow. 11, 1, 3, and 5. Thank you.
Congratulations to Western Wyoming. Next game for both women's and men's basketball for the Western Wyoming Invitational is against Utah State University Eastern. We hope you'll join my coverage for that. Congratulations to Western Wyoming men's basketball defeating Southern Nevada 70-67 in overtime and improving to 8-0 on the year, while early Southern Nevada falls to 3-4 for a record on this young season. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel, Andrew Gallinger, all season long, as well as my Twitter handle and Twitter profile. You can find me on Twitter at GallingerAndrew, and you can find these and all the previous and future athletics broadcasts for Wyoming sports that I'll be doing throughout the 21 and 22 academic year. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Western Wyoming men's basketball victorious Game 1 of the Western Wyoming Invitational over the College of Southern Nevada 70-67. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a wonderful night.